All right, I have to capture this. This is the entity's mental illness. This is about the 6th plane that they're flying over with right here. And this is the entity that's, again, engaging in what is a late night trigger fest by engaging in psychotic behavior with the people of the state. They're pacing on Euclid Avenue. This is the entity that's going to be subject to martial law. Their mental illness is a threat to this country. Martial law is absolutely necessary. This is the entity that's doing so. It's after 1 o'clock. It's 2:18 a.m. And this is the entity that's engaging what is stalking me on about Euclid Avenue. Ontario police stalking in city-issued police vehicles, engaging in criminal summoning right here at B Street at the El Bacone. While the demons were pacing by plane, the Ontario police were joining in that. And I want to be clear with regard to their mental illness and the mind of the demon possessed that are a part of the gang of the Ontario police. Those gang members are engaging in what is an act of hostility. While they're exhibiting severe mental instability, they are monitoring. When they're engaging in the light activity, that's a show of hostility. It's a show of what is threatening conduct. But they're actually just gargoyles who are mentally ill, likened to those that eat feces. They're engaged in the criminal pattern of conduct. That's why the impossible light activity is coexisting, where you are engaged in light activity while you're even in a police vehicle. And that is speaking to the fact that you are mentally unfit to be in that position, which is exactly why that entire department is being disbanded. But I want to document that. The mentally ill are engaging in this at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is an entity that is obsessed with me, stalking me in Upland, California. This is what they're doing on the inside of a library. They're pacing all around me, and the fake sun sits over the Upland Public Library all day long while they're engaging in an ongoing ritual worshiping me. They are both obsessed with me. They're also sexually obsessed with me. They're all perverts and sex offenders, and they're also exceedingly hostile. They would also like to take my life at the same time. This is the unlawful threat that the mentally ill, the homosexuals, the frustrated, closeted homosexuals that are the U.S. military, that are the people of the state, that are the Ontario Police Department, engaged in what is failed witchcraft tactics. Their witchcraft has let them down. It is the basis to have them committed and to criminally convict them, and this is diagnosis by prosecution. This is P.O.C. It is currently 2:20 a.m. I just had to get that because they're engaging in literally psychotic behavior. They're just doing plane after plane after plane. In their sick minds, it's like they are feeling as though they're actually accomplishing something. It's spiritually significant. Again, this is the entity that views itself as engaging in what is witchcraft. They're going to prison. They've lost in the criminal purpose of what they were supposed to be doing secretly at that. All they're doing is, in other words, aiding in my civil suits against all of the entity, every company, all the cities, the state of California. It's an unprecedented civil suit regarding what is bankrupting the state of California that's going to compensate me for engaging in terrorism against me, all right, for levying war against me. The entity's engaging in this while they are threatening me with their mental illness and stalking me, criminal activity, and facilitation of that criminal activity. And I want to make sure I document in this, the Ontario Police Department doing so right over here at B Street in concert with the military that are stalking right here at using planes. And the fact that they're in this video is the evidence of that, because the airport is already prosecuted by virtue of planes being over the Ontario Town Square. All right, that's something that's going to be recognized literally by things like judicial notice. Okay, there's no takeoffs over here. There's also no takeoffs or landings in Upland, California. This is the entity that was flying over the Ontario Town Square, which is, again, south of this location, while Lupe is gang stalking me and they're flying over Wendy's. This is what they were doing with the Ontario Police Department while they're engaging in that pattern of conduct. This is the entity that doesn't care that the United States knows that they're engaging in war tactics against American citizens. That's going to be relevant to their prosecution. This is the entity that doesn't care that they're exposed as engaging in criminal activity as the people of the state. This is the entity that does not care. In federal court, you're going to see their faces. You're going to know their names. You're going to hear what it is that they say, when they cannot explain what it is that they're doing. It is a matter of judicial notice that there are no planes that are hovering over, including at 2 o'clock in the morning, that are taking off from the airport, meaning this is not a natural, ongoing part of the operations of that airport that is affecting the sky space, creating any public nuisance, any disturbance at the Ontario Town Square, okay? This is the entity that's engaging in that, and this is the mentally ill. That's the shutdown of the airport, the police, the fire department. The entire city of Ontario, like I stated, is being gutted out because of the tremendous lawlessness, which is a threat to the American people. The city of Ontario is a national security threat. Okay, they are a national security threat, and this is essentially a corrupt business that's going to be permanently shut down and defunded. There will be no city hall. There's not going to be any sort of terror. The Ontario police are terrorists, so it's going to be defunded. They're going to be disbanded. It's the same with the U.S. military using the commercial airline companies, utilizing. They're not even going to be a part of the military. They're going to be committed. They're going to prison. But nonetheless, you're understanding what they're doing and what the resources. Oh, the solution is all of it's being shut down. All of it. The entire operation, which is the City of Ontario gang stalking. This is P.O.C. So I want to be clear. That was plane number 7. This is what an entity was doing with the Ontario police who were pacing over here at B Street, while the entity was engaging what is mentally ill behavior, pacing all around, creating light activity, while they're demons who are monitoring. And they're monitoring me, the one that has already defeated them. I've already humiliated them. I've already made a spectacle of them. I even exposed the fact that they're engaging in homosexuality because they're confused about their sexual conduct, and it actually affecting me while I am prosecuting you in a courtroom. This is an entity that is severely mentally ill. They are incompetent, and they are going to be systematically and publicly removed and treated like the incompetent threats that are engaging in a violent and criminal activity. That's exactly how they're going to be treated. This is P.O.C. It is currently 2:23 a.m.